Hi there, Mason. So you've got more essays for us today. Well done. Let's see what you have done here, shall we? So, people are eating too much fast food. It is necessary for governments to impose a higher tax. Let's see what you said about this. Okay. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether a higher tax should be imposed on fast food. Some people believe it is necessary to tax junk food, since many health problems are caused by them. I agree with this statement because the tax on junk food can reduce not only fast food consumption but also increase government revenue. Perfect. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that nowadays people eat more and more fast food. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, people are too busy to cook. Today, people need to work many long hours than before due to the increasing life and work stress, especially in the urban area. Urban areas, plural. Secondly, fast food is cheap and can easily get in the workplace and at home. For example, recent empirical research by the UK government demonstrated that more than 70% of all office workers eat fast food for lunch, and more than 45% of families use fast food for dinner in London. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that people prefer fast food. Okay, your full stop should have gone right here. All right. Okay, maybe you could have just said why. I mean, just that for its low cost and convenience, just something like that. On the other hand, imposing a tax on junk food, like chips or sweet drinks, will discourage people from eating them and increase government revenue, which can be used to encourage the production of healthy food. Why here? If the price of junk food is very high due to an extra tax, people will go to other alternatives. For example, take homemade lunch or buy other food which is cheaper and healthier. The government can use the fast food tax revenue to build more canteens which offer healthy and quality food, especially for children and teenagers in school. One main reason for young people no, you don't want this here. No, no, no. This definitely does not belong. One main reason for young people to like fast food is that the food in the school dining room is not tasteful. No, this is definitely not what you want. It doesn't fit your paragraph at all. It doesn't help your argument at all. It's the wrong place here. All right, now let's see about your conclusion. Then we'll talk about this more holistically, okay? From the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that the government should tax fast food and use the revenue from them to encourage healthy food supplements. Okay, with an S there. I don't know about the word supplements. I would have just said healthy food. I want to tell you what my concern is about this task, okay? I mean, you did a nice job. It read very easily. It flowed. Okay, so no problems there. You seem to be getting the hang of the template, so that's very good. Let's talk about what was problematic for me, all right? So, to what extent do you agree or disagree with the opinion that it is necessary for governments to impose a higher tax? It is necessary. Let's see what you said. I agree because it can reduce fast food consumption but also increase government revenue. Okay. So, where did you talk about government revenue? You talked about it here. Okay, and that's fine. Where did you talk about reducing fast food consumption? Also here. You talked about reducing it, okay? So what did you talk about here? Let's look at it together, okay? You talked about the fact that people are eating more and more junk food. Okay, but I don't know why you're talking about this. It wasn't an issue that they asked you to analyze. It wasn't an issue that you had to go into. You spent an entire paragraph giving me the reasons for why people are eating junk food. I don't think that's necessary. They have not asked you this. Okay, so for me, this entire paragraph was off topic and it didn't answer the question that the essay posed to you. You answered the things that you said you were going to talk about here. What I would have liked, there's a couple of ways you could have developed this. You could have basically written 2 paragraphs. You could have taken this whole paragraph, expanded upon it, and broken it up into 2 body paragraphs. So one reason explaining why fast food consumption would decline, and another reason about how a higher tax would help the government with revenue. That would have been a lovely way to develop this essay. Alternatively, what you could have done is paid attention to this word necessary. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I mean, this is a very strong statement. It is necessary for the governments to impose a higher tax. So what you could have done is you could have had a paragraph stating, yeah, it's necessary for A, B, C, D, E reasons. It would do this, it would help this, it would fix this. So it's a necessary measure because no other measure has, because we haven't seen anything else be effective. But then what you could have done is you could have said, well, it's a good measure, as we can see from the previous paragraph, but it is by no means necessary because there are other measures that are available that could be effective. Here are some. All right, and then you say, this would be another effective measure to reduce the consumption of junk food. This would be another one, and this is how it would reduce the consumption. Okay, so there were a couple of ways you could have developed this, but this paragraph for me was just irrelevant. All righty? So, but other than that, I mean, like I said, it had a lot of good elements to it, so well done, but the task achievement is definitely a problem here. Let's look at your letter to Albion. Dear Sir, careful. Dear Sir or Madam, not of. I am writing to apologize for my absence from the computer science exam at 2 p.m. 18th March at the Science Building. My name is Mason Green, and my identification is this. Don't forget you're all supposed to give your case number. It says it very clearly. Name, student number, case number. So right away, it looks to me like you have not fulfilled one of the bullets. You've only fulfilled half of it, and we'll talk about how that can affect your score. The reason for not attending the exam is because I was ill and was sent to the hospital by my sister. Although my situation was not too serious, the doctor would not allow me to leave until all the test results were normal. Some medical test results came out the afternoon, so I could not go to the exam. It came out in the afternoon. I am aware of the importance of the exam. I have applied to redo the exam, and I hope you will give me another chance. I had been working for the exam for a whole semester, and I am sure I will get high grades. Please accept my apology. I would appreciate your reply with a confirmation as I request. Okay, yours faithfully, Fawn. So, okay, there are 2 big problems here. I mean, everything you wrote was fine, you developed, etc., but there are 2 absolutely big problems here. The first one is what I already mentioned, your case number. So you've only done half of what this bullet has asked you, and this is going to cause your task achievement score to fall. There's another place, though, you did the exact same thing. Possible resolutions to consider. What does resolutions mean? It means more than one. How many resolutions did you come up with? You just came up with one. You said that you applied to redo the exam, and that's it. You didn't give them any alternative suggestions on how this situation could be rectified, okay? So that's a problem that will also really drop your task achievement score. So you have to be really careful about these things. Wherever you see and, wherever you see plurals, just be really careful and make sure that you fulfill all parts of the task, all parts of the bullet. Okay, so what now? You just need to correct these essays. You need to return them to us corrected, add to your error correction list, and of course write your next set, okay? I want to wish you lots of good luck with that, so I'll be here waiting to see your next set of essays.